All right, that looks good. Hey everyone, Chris here from Realridesharestories. On this channel, we do a lot of different things within the rideshare industry, so if you're new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring the bell for notifications. What we're going to be talking about today is dash cameras to go on with the last couple of days of just going through dash cams and some of the reviews and side-by-side comparisons. But today we're going to kind of talk about the reasons why you should have a dash camera. What's up, Lisa? How's it going? We're going to talk about the reasons why you should have a dash camera, answering a couple of questions that I've seen throughout comments in different videos when talking about dash cameras, and a couple of things beyond that. So also any questions that anybody has about them, make sure you comment in the live chat right now. If you're watching the replay of this, just turn on the live chat and see what people are talking about or questioning if so. Or just comment below, same difference. All right, so yeah, we're going to kind of talk about dash cams. Hope you guys learned some different information, especially about the B2W and the N2 Pro. Yes, there's a lot of other dash cams out there. If other companies, hey, if you're watching and want to send a camera this way for me to do a review on, by all means, I will take a look at it, give my honest feedback, as well as what improvements could be made and whatnot. So yeah, send it my way. I'd love to try it out. All right, so first off, if you don't have a dash cam yet and you drive Uber or Lyft, or you just drive any rideshare company, or you're delivering something and you want to make sure that you cover your own ass, that is a big reason why you should have dash cam. And again, just to reiterate, if you are driving where you have passengers or you have something in the car that you want to make sure that it gets recorded. So if people or things have a problem, you have it. So a dual dash cam is obviously going to be much better than just a forward-facing dash cam, especially in those instances. And then little to no light, you want the IR, so that's always a good thing. Right now, it's 7:45 Eastern Standard Time, and it's dark. It gets dark around, I don't know, 5:30 now, where I'm at. So yeah, if you're out driving even the afternoon rush hour, it's going to be dark. So you want to make sure you have it. But really, one of the biggest reasons is it's going to be very preventative for you. So if people see that there's a dash camera in the car, they're going to be less willing to try to create false reports on you, to try and get a free ride, to try and scam the system, whatever it might be. So yeah, that's one thing right there. If anybody is, watched other channels or part of Facebook pages, every once in a while you'll see somebody post, hey, look at this, and then it has a list of all these things that you should do to try and get a free ride. And one of the things is on there says, make sure they don't have a dash camera. And that's one of the reasons why. You put a lot of miles on your car, you're out working, you're out hustling, you're out doing your thing, and for somebody to say, oh, the driver picked up the wrong person, or they were driving erratically, or whatever it might be, hey, guess what? Proof is in the pudding, and it's on the dash camera. Now, chances are they may not use that footage from Uber or Lyft, but you have it. And in any circumstance where there may have been a foul call by a passenger saying that you did something wrong in terms of like physical or assault or something like that, then you have proof right there that you aren't. How long is the camera going to be on sale? Which one are you talking about? The Blue Sky C, Lisa? You using? I have both. So I just got the Blue Sky C. I actually have both set up right now, and I'm going to compare footage more on which one I think is better. Both are good, and I might use both, actually, having one in the rear of the car and one in the front, so then I can also get the third channel going back and covering the rear of the car, just in case anything happens that way. Ultimately, the best thing to do is have a 360-degree field of view, so you're getting both your back and your sides, especially when people now are damaging vehicles for whatever reason. Sometimes dash cameras won't pick up what happens outside, so you might want to put different cameras, you know, either maybe right up front here, facing like this way, so you get the whole field of view of the side of your car. I know that might be a little paranoia, but a lot of people are damaging cars by kicking them, by, you know, slamming doors, by doing this, that, and the other thing. If you watched Dustin's channel earlier, he had a video that showed somebody putting a microwave on somebody's car and causing damage there, some scratches and stuff. So yeah, I mean, who knows? Maybe one day there will be a 5-channel dash camera where, yeah, you get two on the sides pointing out, where you're able to get the side view of everybody coming in, if they do anything, what happens in the rear behind the car, so if somebody slams into you or whatnot, and the front facing, as well as what happens inside the car. Who knows? Maybe one day you'll see something like that. I hope it doesn't come down to having to have that, but just know that might be the case if entitled passengers decide to take it upon themselves if you cancel the ride as a driver and then they damage your vehicle. At least you have them doing it right there. And, you know, police footage is going to love that, or police, if you get them involved, is going to love having that footage. Just putting that out there. But yeah, that is something that you could think about down the road. I don't necessarily say you have to do that or recommend that unless you want to. But yeah, just having it in there to cover your ass. You know, if somebody's kicking the car or something, you'll probably hear it picked up on the microphone or something like that. But yeah, it's good to have in the car just because of a number of different reasons. And like I said, covering your own ass is one, especially if passenger, like I say, they want to cry foul or cry bullshit on something and say, oh, my driver touched me or hit on me or made me feel uncomfortable, when in fact you were just sitting there driving, not even talking or something. So they were just trying to get a free ride and you get deactivated from it. So yeah, that type of footage can be useful. Also, if there's ever lawsuits or anything that happen because of defamation of character, which I hope, again, it doesn't get to that point, but unfortunately, there are a lot of things that you see out there, a lot of stories you hear, and even videos now that are on YouTube and Facebook and all these other places that kind of show some of the problems that are happening, and then some of the things that are actually going on. But yeah, like I said, if you guys have any questions or anything regarding that, one of the questions, though, that I did want to answer that I've seen in a comment is, well, I feel that I might get a low rating from a passenger because I have a dash camera. Well, here's the thing. If you fear that you're going to get a low rating because you have a dash cam, maybe you shouldn't be doing this, because you shouldn't be bending over backwards for the passenger. Again, it's not for them, it's for you. It's for your safety, it's for your protection as a driver. And here's the thing, if they have a problem with a dash camera being in the car, they're probably the ones who are going to do something wrong. They're probably the ones who are pissed off because, hey, guess what? Now they can't really make a false claim because there's that dash cam footage that's gonna back up everything or the falseness that they're saying. What's up, Donnie? Everything your iPhone should be recording at all times. You can show how, yeah, you can do that. There's ways where you can record, you can screen record everything. There's a lot of different things you can do with your phone. But yeah, the only problem with doing it on the phone is when the light's off like this is probably the footage you're going to get, if that. And the only reason why right now my face is lit up as much as it is, why isn't this going on? There we go. The only reason why it's showing up that much is because my garage door is reflecting off the light right now. So yeah, audio is good, but you know, you can do other things as well. All dash cams are most dash cams will have a microphone on them where they're recording the audio already. You can also buy external microphones that you can put in the car as well too, if you want to do that. Just make sure audio and video recording laws are compliant to your local area or your state. Always make sure first, talk to a lawyer if you have any other questions. Especially if it's a two-party state, two-party consent, talk. If it's a one-party consent, you could pretty much mic up and record as much as you wanted all over, and they really can't do anything. But yeah, going back to that one last point that I was making before, yeah, if man, you guys work in some shady market. No, you know what? Here's the thing. It can happen anywhere at any time by anybody. That's the real thing. You know, college kids might try to do, you know, free ride. Maybe they don't have enough money and they're trying to get somewhere, so they're going to call false accusation. You know, maybe somebody's just trying to get a free ride and call. I mean, it happens all the time everywhere in any market, and you don't necessarily know who it's going to be or what they're going to do. But yeah, you want to make sure that you just cover your own ass. It's just that simple. But yeah, like I said, if somebody has a problem with it, a passenger, tell them they can cancel the ride and get somebody else, because again, you want to protect yourself and essentially screw them at that point. 5 phones, lightning. Hey, I heard the next year's iPhone might actually have USB-C or the USB-C Universal Serial, but yeah, whatever, instead of lightning. I hope, because transfer rates are going to be much quicker doing it that way versus the lightning. Same thing with charging. So yeah, hopefully. But that's with the iPhone. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of things you can do with it. There's a shortcut that you could if you have an iPhone. I don't know if this is on Google. You could do a Siri shortcut that says, "Hey Siri, I'm being pulled over," or something like that, and it will start recording everything on the phone and then send it out once it's done. So it's just a way to record if you get pulled over. It's a shortcut through the shortcuts app that they've released. You could Google that. That's one thing you could do. There's other things you could do with your phone. With audio. You won't get video though, because you're going to have your maps unless you're using a second phone. But yeah, like I said, dash cam, the better way to go, because you're going to get everything. It's going to be shown on there. So yeah, that's a big thing. Also, one of the big another question that came in, more specifically on a camera, when it comes to the SD cards for a camera. Somebody said that on the Amazon website, on Van True N2 Pro's page, that you shouldn't be using the SanDisk SD card. If that is said on an Amazon page or any other page, I would just go with the recommendation saying that, yeah, that's probably the truth. You should probably be doing that. But if you want to make sure you have the best quality, get the right class of memory card, because there are different classes out there. You want something that's going to write quick and get all those details in there when you're doing video recording, especially at higher rates of speed, where you're going, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 miles an hour. So you'll have much more smooth footage. I use a Samsung card for now both my cameras. So yeah, that's something that you want to do. Make sure it's the right class, just so you do get the right footage. What's up, Addison? Uber, Lyft, they already have access to your phone and allowing them to record. Yes, they do. They have a hard drive, just not letting you know. Yeah, that is very true. Allegedly. It's not really proven yet, but it pretty much is. When you look at the TOS, the privacy and all that, when they want access to certain parts of your phone, they want access to your camera, microphone, you know, a whole plethora of other things when it comes to GPS data. So they want all of that. So are they recording you on your phone? It is very, very possible that it's in there. You know, I don't know if maybe iPhone will allow that. I know iPhone or Apple is cracking down on a lot of malware apps that are, you know, recording data and using it. I don't know if iPhone and Apple are going to do something where maybe they have a little bit more security with that. 1,700 rides, no problem. That's good. I have a few more rides than you and have had a few problems. So, you know, like I said, it's better to have it and not need it than not have it and need it. And you never know when or what ride could be a problem. You never know what person is getting in your car. You never know what's going to really unfold as the ride's happening. In the last 7 months, even better. So what happens, or did you, no, you just started 7 months ago, right? I don't remember. Something like that. Oh, Donnie, I forgot. Sorry. I was going to do this the other day on a live stream, but where I was located, there was a lot of background music, and I couldn't use that because it was a an issue with the copyright, and YouTube would have pulled it right away. But Donnie, happy late belated birthday. Your birthday was the day before mine, so I wanted to say happy birthday. And everybody else, go check out his channel too. Help him grow the channel a little bit more. So wanted to give that shout out to Donnie over there. Donnie, if you want to leave the link to your channel, you can do that. If you just saw that, hopefully you just did, since I see you got the ping. We're in New York, you're in Mississippi. Yeah, anywhere can cause a problem. It's going to happen everywhere. It doesn't matter what market is. It doesn't matter if you're in the most affluent or the most poor or wherever it is. Chances are that ride could potentially be a problem that you want to have the footage for. Yeah, chances are you're not going to need it. The ride will be smooth. Either maybe there might be no talking. A good chunk of the rides, you just say, hey, verify the information, verify where they're going, and drive there, and there's no words exchanged. That's a good chunk of rides. Then there's a good chunk of rides where, you know, they're just having fun. The passengers are talking between themselves. Maybe you're in a conversation with one or multiple people, and that's a good chunk of the rides. Most of the rides are good. So anybody who says that, you know, I couldn't do this or whatever because of a few videos that are posted on YouTube, you know what? They are few and far between. In actuality, out of all the rides I've given, there's only a couple of rides where I'm glad I actually have the footage just in case I needed it for something. And, you know, the video that I posted where that guy got in my face, you know, I needed that footage. And like I said, you never know what could happen, what could unfold. And it's just always good to have that. Most passengers that come in my car see the dash cam and say, oh, wow, that's a great idea. It's good to have that. And even passengers who are using the service as they should, instead of having entitlement or thinking that they should get a free ride or whatever it might be, you know, they're happy to see that, because chances are that means you as a driver are going to drive better or be more professional because you have that camera. So it's going to reflect better on you having that. I've gotten a lot of compliments by people saying, oh my God, that's great. You should have a dash camera. You know, it's good for your safety because they're watching these videos too. And the one thing though that it amazes me even today is I'll get people in the car, you know, maybe a couple times a month, where they're like, oh wow, you have a dash cam. I don't think I've ever been in a ride that has a dash cam. And it's just amazing how many people do not have dash cams yet. And you know, it's something you should have. It's something, if you plan on driving and want to drive for a little while, it's a good thing to have. And even if you don't drive later, you could still have it, and it's a good thing to have because it's going to record everything that happens in front of you. So if you get pulled over by a cop, if you get into an accident and it's not your fault and it actually shows what was going on or what happened, that footage can really save you in a lot of different ways. So it's really good that way. I'll see him on another stream. Okay, awesome. It's proven court cases, check into your court case knowledge is everything. What do you mean court cases, check into your court cases? Don't worry, be happy. No, yeah, I mean, look, like I said, 99.9 rides out of 100 are going to be absolutely okay. But there are going to be people who are going to try and scam you, going to try to scam Uber or Lyft, going to try to cause problems, whatever it might be. There's going to be that. And the more you drive, the better chance you are going to have that somebody's going to do that. I've had a false report where somebody didn't want to pay and they said I appeared like I was falling asleep behind the wheel. And I had the dash cam footage that said I didn't. So, got deactivated for 24 hours. At least I got, a payback for, or payout for what had happened, which was nice. I don't know how many other people may or may not get that payout, but yeah, it can happen at any time for anything. And, it was the beginning of the night when I was heading out. That was one story. I've had other people where they're just doing stupid stuff, and if you need to have that footage, you have that footage. So it's just good to have. Thanks, man. Happy birthday to me. Yeah. Hey, Nicole, how's it going? Uber has more dishonest passengers than Lyft. Probably. All right, yes, YouTube, goddonnie.com. Anybody who wants to check out his channel, go over there, subscribe, help his channel grow too. Donnie, crazy cat over there. But yeah, Nicole, yes, Uber has more dishonest passengers than Lyft. I would probably have to agree with that. Some of the things that Lyft has done in terms of building their community from the beginning to now has changed things. I also seen on Lyft's terms of service that they updated that they're not giving refunds to passengers. So whether that's true or not, or whatever it might be, that'll be an interesting thing to see it unfold if that's the case. So, there's a lot of things that they could improve upon, both on Uber and Lyft. Uber and Lyft definitely are very much in the same boat on a lot of things. But I'd probably say that Lyft, it's a little bit better overall than Uber when you're comparing the two, especially when it comes to people and passengers and trying to scam the system and all that. And, maybe Lyft has a better way of weeding out the bullshit reports than what Uber does. Uber might just say pass through on everything, and if a customer complains, they just immediately take their word for it, even though it could be absolute crap. I mean, I don't know how they operate internally on that, so there could be that filter there where maybe they have the GPS data that says you were in the car, you were trying to say that you weren't the rider. We have your footage going from point A to point B. So either your phone was taken or you and your phone were. I don't know. I mean, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure that stuff out. We as drivers have to enable all of these things. GPS, allow the microphone, allow the video, the camera, all that stuff. Why can't passengers have it the same way if they want to use a system? Keep it level on all sides. That would be great. Hey, Mike, what's going on? How you doing? Wow, it has been a long time. Thanks, man. Wow, I haven't, and it's been a couple of years since I've seen you. Hope you're doing well, Mike. Get the best stories from rideshare. That's what I'm here. Believe it or not, you're in my life. Yeah, right. You know, overall, rideshare is great. I love it. It's fun. That's why I do it. I mean, yeah, the pay is fantastic, especially if you know what you're doing. The times when you go out, it's great. It's fun, and that's why I try to put a lot of videos that are crazy and fun as well. So I try to do that when I'm driving, so it shows people not just the crap rides or the bad rides, because not all rides are bad. Most rides are good, nearly all. So yeah. You worked with Lyft 2 years and no problems. 2 months with Uber, already 3 false reports. Damn. Sorry to hear, Nicole. What market are you in, actually? And do you know the rides by chance, or could you have figured it out? Is it, you know, a certain age group, is it college kids? Is it elderly? Is it business-related people? Is it just anybody? Yeah, let me know, because I'm very interested in always hearing what things are happening. It's great. It also makes good YouTube. What's up, Nacho? How's it going? Many years, yeah, it has been. If you're still in Buffalo, we got to try and get together, grab a drink sometime. California, figured one out. Okay, young woman. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm not trying to stereotype in any way, shape, or form, but it seems like the younger generation is the ones who are trying to or cause more problems than not. Whether that's true overall, I don't know. It's a small sample size of what I have. I only see what people complain about in Facebook groups. So that's, or people who comment some of the stories that they have. So yeah, there could be a lot of different things going on there when it comes down to it. But yeah, it does seem from what I've seen that the younger generation, mostly college, is the ones who are creating problems and creating false reports. So it's been backed up by a lot of other drivers out there. If that's, like I said, if that's the truth of everything, I don't necessarily know with a great deal of certainty, only because, like I said, it's a smaller sample size versus the amount of rides and probably BS reports that are given out there too. Let's see, the problems I've had, probably, yeah, younger. The one that claimed a false report against me, they were younger. I know exactly who it was. Because I gave 2 rides, and when I was done with the second ride, it already said, hey, you couldn't go online. But here's the best part. That's one of the good things about driving for both Uber and Lyft. Well, if one platform wants to deactivate you for a bullshit report for 24 or 48 hours or whatever, you have the other app that you can go on and drive around. So, hey, I finished driving that night out and I did pretty decent. And then, you know, like I said, they gave me $100 on top of it. So it worked out pretty strong in my case, in my favor. And that's just another reason why you could drive for both. But yeah, just be careful out there. Get a dash camera if you're driving, because like I say, depending on the report, sometimes they can really make a big difference. Rideshare Trickster, what's going on? It seems Rideshare, one of the ones who file. That's another thing I've been seeing a lot of people talking about too, is more affluent either won't tip or, you know, are creating problems as well too, and doesn't make sense. One of the other big things too is driving UberX or even Lyft regular rides, which unfortunately that's what I have to drive. But like I said, I've only had really 1 false report filed against me in the 4 years that I've been driving. But I'll tell you what, the first 2 years, never a problem. Never a problem. Even 2 years ago, about 2 years ago, I would say you wouldn't even really need a dash cam. It would be good to have, but it's flipped. Now you need to have one. If you're driving, you need it. So... 100%. But yeah, you put the stickers on warnings on dash cam. Hopefully it works. Yeah, you know what, Nicole? That's a good point. Thanks for bringing that up. What's up, Pat from Chicago? How's it going? Chris from New York. Well, from Buffalo, so I'm actually a little closer. Only 8 hours down the street driving. That's a good point, though, Nicole. Yes, put stickers in your car that say, mine saying notice for security. This vehicle is equipped with audio and video recording devices. Consent given by entering vehicle. Even if you don't have a dash camera yet and you want to record audio, yes, you can use your phone to start recording audio. You know, iPhone, it'll show though in the corner, your little corner of the screen right in this spot, whether it's tilted or on the side. If you have an iPhone, it'll show up red. So, you know, it can't, you can get one of these too. This is a little audio recorder that you can plug in little lapel mics, and you can also just leave it as is and pick up audio recording of everything. And audio recording can be just as good. Like I said, the only thing is, if you do audio recording, you have to make sure you comply with local and state laws when it comes to recording. So if you're in a two-party consent state, you need to be careful on that. Like I say, talk to a lawyer and figure it out first. But if you're in a one-party consent state, hey, guess what? I'm the driver. I consent. Passenger, too bad, so sad. I'm covering my ass. I'm protecting myself. But yeah, so if you don't have a dash cam yet, I think I have a link to this in the description below to Amazon that you can go get one of those if you want, at least for the time being. I think they start off, you could probably get a cheap one for like 20 bucks. So go work an extra hour, make that, go to Best Buy, go on Amazon, buy one, and then you at least have audio recording. So if anything does happen, audio's there. But yeah, stickers, they're like $3 or $4 that you can get on Amazon as well too. And you can have, if you're Prime, you get them to like pretty much tomorrow, the following day, at most 2 days. So if you have that, post them. Put them right in the front. I have it right in front on the dash here. I also have it behind the seats right here. So anybody who's getting in, chances are they're going to see that sticker, because if they're looking forward, they're going to see that sticker. And that can be a major deterrent as well too. And hey, if they don't know that you have a dash cam or not, it's a great way to at least make a deterrent. The best tips you get are from Instacart. Give me a tip from Instacart. I want to hear. Lisa, tell me. Great. Home for the night. Hate the time change. Makes part-time driving hours shorter. Why? You just don't drive at night? Pat, it's cool if you don't. I'm actually just about to head out after I end this live stream. Thursday night, Thirsty Thursday. Yes, it's college night. I don't have too many problems with college kids, except for the fact that they try to fit 5 or 6 people in my car. Every single time I'm going to say no. Or they can get people down into compliance, so there's 4 or less. Or they order a second ride, whatever it is. Oh, you don't like driving in the dark? Okay. I hear you there. I understand that. If you don't like driving at night, yeah, I get it. Yeah, and it sucks that the time change happens like that. I wish they would just keep daylight savings at least the whole time, even in the winter, because I'd rather have it later at night versus in the morning. When I wake up, I don't care if it's light or dark out when I wake up. I'd rather it be light when I go home or when I'm out later. But that's my opinion. What's up, Chelsea? How you doing? The camera doesn't lie. Nope. You got the stickers. Had a PAX actually say turn it off, cancel the ride. Yeah, exactly. If a passenger has a problem with being recorded, tell them to cancel, because guess what? You're keeping it going, and it's too bad, so sad, and get that $5 cancellation fee 100% of the time then. That's the way it is. That's the way it is. Go to the store and get your own groceries. No, I know what Instacart is. I was asking for a tip for, you said you had good tips from Instacart. So that's what I was wondering. I love going to the store. I also go usually after driving, and I get done at like 2, 3 in the morning, and I go to Wegmans, and there's nobody in the store, so it's fantastic. All I do is I go in, grab what I need, and I'm out in 10, 15 minutes. Oh, that's your tip. Nice. That's good. Yeah. Trickster, you be safe too. But yeah, like I say, if you don't have the ability to get a dash cam yet, my suggestion, get it as quick as possible. If you can, drive an extra hour for the next 5 days, you'll have that extra $100, where, you could probably suffice that. If you have the ability to at least get the stickers, because that's only a couple of dollars. At least that'll be in the car just in case. And like I said, even get the audio recording if you have the ability to. Drive an extra hour, go to the store, grab a $20 one. It doesn't have to have pretty bells and whistles. It can be a basic, simple, and easy one, something that'll just record. Audio is a very low amount, and if you need it, if you don't, you can always delete the footage later. It doesn't matter. It's very simple to do. You just plug it in your computer. Whether it comes with an SD card or it has the USB directly on it, however it is, at least have something that's recorded. But like I said, whatever you do, make sure you're in compliance with local and state laws. You don't want to be recording somebody in a two-party state if you're not following the correct rules and regulations when it comes to being able to record, whether it has to be video only, whether it can be video and audio with stickers. You got to check that out and talk to a lawyer for the proper law or interpretation of the law, and they might know some case law that they can pull up and actually see when it comes to recording, both video and audio. That I want to make sure is very, very, very clear, because I always say when it comes to driving, I don't want to get a ticket or anything for another person. So if somebody tells me to start speeding, if somebody tells me or wants me to bring 5 or 6 or more people in the car, if somebody wants to do something stupid, then you know what? I'm going to tell them no, because I am not getting a ticket for them. I'm not spending hard-earned money for them because they want to get somewhere quicker, or they wanted to be cheap and order an X ride instead of an XL, whatever it is. But yeah, good reason to have a dash cam, just in case things do happen. Then you wouldn't get tips. No, that's if you're doing, can you piggyback a post? What do you mean? Can you piggyback a post? I don't know. Dash cams are important. Yeah, people are idiots. Yeah, and you don't even drive, but you get it. But you also know my stories because I tell you all the time. What's up, Rick? How's it going? Good to see ya. On the app, it says either one has to have stickers. On the app, it says either one has to have stickers. What? What do you mean, Nicole? I haven't seen anything where it says you have to display stickers to record. Like I said, I rather have it because it just if people aren't looking or paying attention in front of them, I mean, how many people get in? You get a couple of people and they're in the back, they're talking to each other, looking at each other, and they never really look forward, or they might not see the dash camera, especially at night. It might just kind of blend in, even though it's right there. But those stickers, they're red and white. They stick right out at you, even at night. It doesn't matter. If you're facing forward, not really paying attention, you'll see that sticker and your eyes are going to be drawn to it. So most important thing that it keeps, what? Keeps you safe. Yeah, it does. More so. I mean, anything can happen even with a dash cam, but it's definitely a deterrent overall. 100% is a much better deterrent than having nothing. With And if you have the stickers, you have the dash camera, it's even better because it's going to just show people, yeah, there's recording going on. So if anybody wants to try something stupid, chances are they might not do it. Chances are if they're going to try and file a false report, they're not going to do it. And as other people have just said recently in some of the live chat, that they are, oh, thanks Rideshare Trickster, giving away 4 dash cams. Oh, okay, perfect. Trickster, if you're giving it away, put your link in the live chat to your channel, and everybody go and check out Rideshare Trickster's channel. 4 dash cam giveaways, which is awesome, video and or audio. Hey, if it says stickers, I don't know. I'll have to double check with the TOS. I don't, like I said, I haven't seen that, and I regularly look at the TOS for changes, but I'll double check and make sure. If you know where it is, specifically, if you want to send me the link or a screenshot, email me that. That would be cool too, because then if you know where it is specifically, it'll save some time. It won't allow it. Trying to think how I can do that. Well, hey, if you want, anybody, click on Rideshare Trickster's comment, hold it down, and it should say go to channel, and you can go to channel that way. I believe that's on the phone. If you're on a desktop or TV, that might be a little different, but you can search out Rideshare's Trickster's channel. I'm not sure why that link isn't coming through. Maybe the, oh, is it a video? The video might not, but if you do your link to the channel, it might. If not, Rideshare Lisa, I know you're a mod. You could do the channel if you could, if you wouldn't mind doing that. What's up, Willie from Vegas? Ooh, I bet it's nice there. I haven't been there in a couple of months. I got to go back. Probably be there in a few months, springtime. I love Vegas. It's so much fun. Video says, okay, so yes, Rideshare Trickster, free dash cam. Go to his channel. He's giving away dash cameras. So if you don't have a dash cam, go check that channel out. And if you want one, that's awesome. Love to see that. So check that video out specifically. And if you can do that, go for it. All right. Oh, thanks, Nicole. That'd be awesome. Yeah, like I said, I don't, I mean, you could find different things and updates and stuff with those terms of service, but yeah, it's just good to have, like I said, the stickers and the camera. There's no reason to hide it or to try to make it not noticeable or like hidden. There's no reason for that. I want to make it as much in plain sight as I can, because if somebody's thinking, oh, this guy doesn't have a dash cam, I'm going to call up a false report, or I'm going to do this. Hey, anytime, man, anytime. We're all in this together. So, hey, if you're giving away dash cameras, I am very much behind that, and I'll help promote you too. Good morning, everyone. April, where are you? Where are you? Australia or something? Because I would think that's morning there. I mean, unless you work overnights. If you work nights, that's a different thing. But good morning either way. It's closing in on my night there, or night here, but I'm still going out. I'll be out, I don't know, probably 2, 3 in the morning, depending on how busy it is. The other night, Tuesday, when I went out, holy crap, it was crazy. Every time, I was talking to on a couple different channels. I think a couple people. Yeah, exactly. What part? Where are you, April? Morning, night? I don't know. Like I said, if you're just waking up because you work nights or overnights, I get that. I know a lot of people who I take around the 11 o'clock to something. How do you put it in? It should just be if you copy his channel, if you can copy the channel and then paste it right into the comment as a comment, you should be able to. I don't know specifically I wish I could tell you, but I'm learning as I go. I mean, I've seen other channels where they can put links in, but other than that, yeah, I'm not sure. So I don't know if it doesn't work. Like I said, everybody else who wants to go and watch that video or check it out and go subscribe over on Trickster's channel, just click. You should, on a phone, you should be able to press and press and hold his comment down and then hit go to channel. It should be right there. What's up, Million Mile Mama? How you doing? What's Million Mile? Where'd you get that name? Just out of question, you drive a million miles, or do you live in Pennsylvania where they have buckle up next million miles? I see that all the time when I'm driving through Pittsburgh, or I mean not Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Anywhere in the state, whenever there's construction, they always say buckle up next million miles. And no, but that's cool. Driven more than a million miles, nice. Soon you'll have to put 2 million miles. Is that all rideshare by chance, or is that, are you driving nice, Pennsylvania? That's awesome. It's actually a good concept. No. All right. YouTube Rideshare Trickster. Damn. I don't see it popping up as a link. Sorry, Trickster. Trying. You know, I'll have to try and talk to maybe Dustin, because I've seen a couple of people post stuff on his channel. So maybe I'll have to try and figure it out, see if he knows. Because, yeah, I'm not quite sure with that or not. I don't know. Road trip through every state except Alaska. Oh, that's awesome. Professional driving, like a trucker, or just going around the country enjoying driving? You fell asleep and woke up, thought it was morning. That's fine. Hey, that's cool. That just means you got some good sleep. Hopefully. If you needed it, you needed it. Yeah, hey, like I said, if you're giving away dash cams, that's a fantastic thing, because like I said, so many people don't have them. I get still a couple of times a month where people do not, or where passengers get in the car and they're like, oh my God, you're the first person who has a dash camera. That's such a good idea, because it protects you and all that. And it's like, yeah, I know, that's why I have it. But I mean, it's still amazing hearing that. I mean, I don't know if it's just a bunch of new drivers still driving and just don't get it, or whatnot. Oh, real quick also, if anybody who drives Lyft, you still don't have one. Still don't have one. What? A dash cam. Man, get one. You're in Oakland. I know. But you should get one, man. Working her fingers off, yeah. Rick, hey, I'm just looking out for you, buddy. Just looking out for you. Dash cams are good to have. Just, hey, if you have some crazy stories or anything too, or just some crazy shit that's going on, it's always good to have. Always fun to have. What was I gonna say? Crap. I got distracted by oh my God, I can't think of it. That just means I'm gonna have to end this. I love hanging out though, but it's getting, yeah, it's 8:30. I gotta get out. People are starting to drive, or people are starting to go to their respective parties right now and have a little bit of fun. Click on Rideshare Trickster's photo. Yeah. No, absolutely. 100%. If you are looking for a dash cam, you don't have the funds or the ability, or you just want one, click Trickster's channel, go check out his channel where he's got it, and you know, enter however he's got it. I'm sorry I haven't watched that video. I didn't even know you're doing the giveaway until just now. But yeah, definitely great. Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say. If you drive Lyft, there we go, perfect. If you drive Lyft and you haven't done that course yet that you need to, it is, and you can't find the link. I had a problem trying to find the link too. If you got the Rideshare, or if you got the Lyft Digest email that came out today, if you open that email up and you scroll down to the bottom, it has the link there so you can do it. I'm going to do it tomorrow morning and make a video on it to kind of let you guys know. There's probably some copyright there, so I'm not going to be able to actually record the video, but I'm going to record at least the beginning and then maybe my interaction of what I think about it, and then talk to you guys about what it is after the fact. I was going to have a different video put out tomorrow, but that'll be held off to Saturday, which is fine, but I'll let you know what happens with that course, so you guys know what to expect if you haven't taken it yet. But if you are looking to take that course and you can't find the link, just click the email, scroll down to the bottom, and it'll have the link there to take that course. It's at Uber Basics under Community Guidelines. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, you won't be able to upload a picture on the live stream or even in the comments after the video's over. The only thing you could do is screenshot it and email me it so I could see it. If you wanted to do it that way, it's realridesharestories@gmail.com, or you can click the link in the description. If not, yeah, I'll check that out. Uber Basics Community Guidelines, so I can check that out. Because like I said, they change a lot, and sometimes you skip over things because it's a lot of information and a lot of boring information at that. You have a very graphic video on no car seats. Graphic? Okay. What kind of graphic? If you just want to say at least a little bit what it is, just so people might know what they're expecting if they click it. But yeah, no, 100% do not take children without car seats if they need it at all. It doesn't matter. Do not take the couple of dollar ride and risk the safety of anybody. Just don't let that happen. You know, kids are small. If they are buckled up and wearing a seatbelt, that seatbelt will kill them. It's very harmful to children. Just the sheer shock of the movement, it's not able to keep them in. If they're not buckled and just sitting on somebody's lap or sitting in the car, they are a flying projectile that will go out the front of the car. Do not take children without car seats or booster seats that need them according to your local and state laws. Tell them they need the car seat or they have to cancel the ride. If they refuse to cancel the ride, wait the 5 minutes and cancel the ride and make a report saying that they didn't have proper car seats for the kids or the children. Do not let them get in the car. Very unsafe, very big problem. Your TV's acting up. Stupid AT&T. Yeah, AT&T. I mean, I don't know. The children. Somebody must think of the children. Well, drivers are thinking of their own of somebody else's kids, because clearly the parents are not. I never understood that or thought. I mean, I don't get it. I don't get it. You use CPR mannequins slamming into the... Wow, okay. That's actually really awesome. So that's a really good video to watch, yeah. One is partially restrained, the other is not. No real kids were used. No, but again, it gives you the effect of what's going to happen if something happens. And even if you have to stop short, you know, sometimes the force is big enough where they're going to fly forward. Whether you get hit or not, like I said, if something happens where you're driving and you have to slam on your brakes for whatever reason, clunk can happen. You know, they can hit the seat in front of you, or I mean, the seat in front of them. They can fly forward, hit the dash, hit the glass. There's a lot of things. So they don't need to necessarily get into an accident. Even just slamming on the vehicle, brakes can have a problem. So yeah, that's a good video also to watch. Million Miles with the Kids. That's awesome. Never skipped car seats. Even better. That's cool. Your kids, I'm sure, have millions of memories as well too. Traveling is phenomenal, and seeing all over the world, or even the country. There's a lot of cool things. Just nailed the video. 25 mile an hour. Yeah. All right. So yeah, videos in the proof. Rideshare Trickster made the video. I just talked about it. Go check the video out. It might be a little graphic, but it's dummies, so you're gonna be okay. So if you had any queasiness about it, no children were harmed in the making of that video. Your nurse is an ER doctor at Pittsburgh Children's Hospital. Things. Oh, I could imagine. Yeah, I could imagine. Actually, you know what? Maybe I will try to get a nurse from an ER at a children's hospital on the channel at some point talking about it, just to try and, you know, provide real stories. And unfortunately, that would be graphic, yes, but you know, if it'll make a driver say, you know what, it's not worth the chance or the risk, because you don't, again, having a dash cam, chances are 99.9% of the time the ride will be perfectly fine and you won't need the footage. You know, one time out of 1,000, maybe even a little higher, maybe one time out of 5,000 rides, you might actually need that footage. Maybe even one ride out of 10,000. You don't know, but it's good to have. It's the same thing with, you know, being safe, driving the speed limit, making sure there's only the proper amount of people in the car. So don't take 5 or 6 people. Don't allow alcohol in the car. Don't allow this, that, or the other. Don't take cash tips. Take cash tips, 100%. Don't take cash rides. Sorry. Do not take cash rides whatsoever. But yeah, there's these things put in place because it's mostly safety related. If you do these things and you're like, oh, I'm going to take it, what's the chance? Chances are you're right. Nothing is going to happen. But here's the thing. Here's some food for thought. Police are cracking down on rideshare drivers who are breaking legal laws, and they have all the right to. So they'll set up sting operations where they'll order a ride and have 5 or 6 people going into the car and seeing what the driver will do. They do that all over the country. Also, they will set up people where they are trying to flag down for cash rides. They will do that. And if you take a cash ride, say, guess what? Now you get a ticket. So there's that chance of them actually noticing. Also, if you're dropping people off at, say, a busy bar district, our busy bar districts have police presence on them up and down. They're walking, they're sitting there in their cars, they're, you know, they're driving up and down. They want to make sure the area is safe because there's a lot of drunk people out in the road doing stupid stuff. And, you know, they're just there to be safe because you never know what could happen. And if they see you, you know, 5 people getting out of the car or you stopping in the middle of the road, they're going to pull you over and give you a ticket. They may give you just a warning, but chances are they're going to give you a ticket. And hey, guess what? That's a few $100s, upwards of maybe even $1,000. And when Lyft and Uber start doing their background checks for the following year for their traffic violations, that might get you deactivated because you're doing these things. Then also on top of it, there is a chance too of getting into an accident. You don't know what could happen. It's not worth the risk. It's not worth the problem. And if somebody gets hurt because you allow it, or you had the chance to say no and let it happen and something happens, man, that's going to be rough. That's tough. You got to live with that too. When you had the ability to say, look, you can't do that. $5, $10 or whatever the ride would have been that you made isn't going to be worth the ticket you could get, or the life that could get hurt, or any of that stuff. So it's not worth the risk in any way, shape, or form. I've seen a lot of comments come through, so hold on, I got to go back. Can't wait for the weekend. Make that green. 100%, yes. Excellent idea. Yeah. You know, if you could reach out to your niece at that ER, You know, I could do a video chat with her and then make a video on that. Or there's Children's Hospital, and I take a lot of nurses from there too. So I can definitely reach out, but that might take a little bit longer. But that's definitely a video idea that I'm going to do. Hey, Dylan, what's going on, man? Yeah, Sting Operations, 100%. They do it. They're going to do it a lot of places. Trickster, you thought formal medical training to make that video. You're former first responder. Wow, nice. Hey, thanks for your service. You probably saved a lot of people for doing that stuff. And I'm sure you've seen a lot too when it comes down to it. Trickster, let me know if you ever want to do a collab too, especially sharing some stories when it comes to stuff like that. Crybaby had a cop try to do a cash ride in Vegas. Saw it on a live. Yeah, it happens. Yeah, the more places are starting to pick that up. It used to, you know, it was big in Seattle. Vegas was doing it. I think New York always does stuff like that. But it spreads. It goes all over because they want to make sure drivers are staying safe and being safe. So where's Donnie at? He probably did. He might have got a pang. Try. What's up, Fun with Drones? I haven't seen you in a while. Hope you're doing well. But yeah, anybody got any questions on anything or just a comment or whatever? Say now or forever hold your peace. Let you know. Yeah, shoot me an email. Trickster, shoot me an email. Realridesharestories@gmail.com. We'll get the ball rolling that way. Just shoot me an email. My link or my email's in the description of the video. I'm working on the BMW. Nice. Hopefully keeping it clean, keeping it good, being safe out there too. But yeah, once he said Cryberry done his pants. Nas, what's going on? And how many ways can you hardwire a dash cam? You could do it right to the battery. If you do that, I recommend doing an inline fuse that you can purchase, just because if something happens where it crosses, you know, you just want to make sure. But you can do it directly to the battery. You could do it to the fuse. You can do it to the parking brake. You could do it to anything that turns on once the car's ignition goes on, so it knows it's on. You can, like I said, you can run it to the battery with an inline fuse, put a switch on, so you can flip the switch anytime. There's a lot of different ways you could hardwire a dash camera into it. So yeah, you could. There's a lot of ways. It just is your level of knowledge when it comes to what it is. But the easiest is probably just getting one of the fuses that are like a triangle or like an angle like that, where it's got the fuse that pops out and then it plugs in with the wire coming off for the hardwire. I think the N2 Pro hardwire has that. I forget if the B2W. I didn't hardwire mine in. Mine are still the cigarette lighter. But I'm going to probably hardwire it and run it on a switch, because then just for footage wise, I think I'm only going to record when I'm driving the ride itself. So before and after, I'll turn it on and off. But yeah, I'm not sure. But yeah, there's a lot of different ways you can do that. Changing the headlights. What are you doing? Halo? Dash cam was hard because the fuse box is in the trunk. Wow. That's interesting. Do they have, there's no fuse that's in under the dash or anything? Sometimes that happens. But yeah, it's going to depend really on your vehicle, on how you're going to do it. But yeah, if you got it in the back, you just run the extension wire to it, and pretty much good to go at that point. But it just depends, like I said, it just depends on your car. See you later, Trickster. Renegade Biker, what's going on, man? You like the Van True N2 Pro dash cam? You hardwire with cigarette lighter? Yeah, you could definitely do that too. That's another option. Anything that turns on with the ignition, you can tap into, and there's a lot of different taps that you can get, say at like Advance or AutoZone or Napa. Online on Amazon or anything, you could get these little taps. If the hardwire kit doesn't come with a tap, you could do it that way. Like I said, you could get the fuses too, that if it's like the radio fuse or whatever it might be to turn on. All you got to do is, like I said, get that one fuse with that's angled out, so it'll protect the fuse, and just get the right size fuse, and it'll have the wire coming off, and you can just tie it in that way. You can do it right to the battery put an inline fuse onto the battery just in case something crosses. You don't have to worry about you screwing shit up there. So you could do it that way, and you could do it right onto a switch. So there's a lot of different options. Make bank 100%. Betting would not be too expensive to have someone else custom shop. Yeah, that's another thing. If you're not familiar with doing it yourself or have the ability, you could watch a YouTube tutorial video. I'm sure they're out there. I haven't really looked. I have a pretty good knowledge on wiring, different electronics in the car, because I've done it many times before. But if you are unsure, you don't want to do something, yeah, you could take it to like a local stereo shop. They'll be able to wire it in, and probably going to be very cheap, or at least not too expensive to do that. Don't quote me on this, but maybe $50, because it's not going to be a big thing. The most of it would probably be hiding the wires, and that would probably be the longest thing, because just wiring it up is not that hard. But yeah, if you don't know that, oh, nice, the black smoke LEDs. Those are cool. Yeah, you can really make it look poppin'. All right. Any last comments or anything? Because I'm gonna get going. I gotta go out there and make that bank too for everybody else who's about to drive, or maybe on the road that's getting pings too. But yeah, any last few comments or anything? Whether it's dash cameras, whether it's driving, whatever it might be. Speak now or forever hold your peace. Oh man, can't believe I went over an hour with nice. I like it, Rick. Yeah, I went over an hour without drinking water. Normally when I do podcasts, I'm sucking down the water, and we're usually going for a little while. Yeah, hold on. How do you guys feel about Uber giving riders your full name? Oh, that's not cool. I talked about it in another video, recently, just the other, I don't know, last week or something. I made a video on it. I absolutely do not like that. It's not a safe thing, especially when it comes to women and female drivers, and creepy passenger dudes who are hitting on the female drivers, which happens often. And it's just an easier way for these creeps to, stalk them or find out who they are and cause problems. That to me, I think, is the biggest worry. Then also the ability to find where that person lives. Yeah, it's a bad deal all around. There's a lot of problems with it. And yeah, if that's their new policy, that's a real problem. That is a real problem right there, 100%. I think I might then do like a alias name, something like that. How long is the Blue Sky Sea special? Through November 16th. It's 10% off right now through November 16th, so you could do that. I think all you got to do is just click the box for the 10% discount. If you need a code, I do have a code that I know. You'll have to go onto the review page, the unboxing, and the review of the B2W both have that code. I don't know if the Vantrue B2W comparison, I don't know if I put the code in that, but if you do need that, that'll give you the 10%. But yeah, you get 10% through November 16th. So I think that's not too bad. You know, you're getting a little bit. You can also get, yeah, Million Mile Mama, 100% not okay. And I don't know you're regarding the full name on the receipts. What was I going to say? I know Vantrue also just had $100 off their camera. So you can check. I mean, they're going to be doing back and forth now because Vantrue knows B2W's camera is out. It's the holidays that are coming up. So, you know, Black Friday is coming out in a couple of weeks. Ooh, Thanksgiving is in 3 weeks. That's awesome. Yes. I'm going to eat good that night. Couple of dinners to go to, but yeah, no, they're going to have a lot of different things. Cyber Monday deals. So if you want to hold off even a little bit more, just to try and chance it and see what deals might be happening, and then you know they're just going to run random deals here and there all the time, probably through the Christmas holiday and maybe just a little beyond that. But yeah, make sure that you pay attention to those as well, so you can get the best deal for a camera. You have DVD players in the car and your riders like it, especially when you have a 32-bit DVD video game. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Just watch out that nobody steals it, because that unfortunately could happen too. But yeah, that's cool to put the DVDs and stuff in there for people. That's real cool. Are signs required when you have a recording device with Lyft in California? I don't know at all. Is your state, first off, is your state a one or two party state? One or two party consent state? I'm not in California, so I don't know. Apparently Uber, you're supposed to have stickers. I'm going to double check that. Somebody was talking about that earlier in the stream. I hope they sent me that screenshot. If not, I'm going to go look there and find out for 100%. I don't know if stickers are necessary, but I would recommend having a sticker because, hey, like I said, if somebody at night doesn't realize that you have a dash cam going, because maybe you have the screen off, because it is a little bit of a distraction when the screen is running and you're driving, to have it right there. So like mine's off, and sometimes it might not be the easiest thing if people aren't paying attention necessarily to it. I want people to know that I'm recording them. So if they're trying anything stupid or thinking anything stupid, they'll think twice about it. So I would definitely recommend 100% to have those stickers, just because. So if you need to have it, you have it. Watch for riders tracking phones to your house. Yeah, that's another thing. If people, one thing. If people leave cell phones in your car, look, when you give the last ride and you're done with your last ride for the day, look in your car. You could pull over to the side of the road, give a quick look. If you didn't know there was a cell phone in your car, give a quick look. Overall, look underneath. Look under, like in the sides of the seats, if you have anything. Just give a good look. It's only going to take a minute or 2 minutes tops. If it's raining, if it's snowing, if it's sleeting, if it's beautiful out, it doesn't matter. Go walk around the car, check it out. If there's a cell phone in the car and you don't know who it is, turn the cell phone off, take it to a Uber or Lyft center, depending on what it is. Or wait for something to come in from Uber or Lyft. Sometimes people might leave their phone in the car on purpose, or it could be on accident. And Find My Phone is something that's a real thing where you can actually find the location and see where people are. So, hey, if you're done for your shift and you're heading home or to work, they know where you might be at home or work. So, yes, be safe. Turn that phone off. They won't. That'll be the last location that it'll show up. So like I said, if you don't take it to the either hub, whether it's Lyft or Uber, even if you don't know what it is and you drove both that night or day, make sure you do that, because that can save you from other people knowing where you live and just protecting more of your information. Also, real quick, I don't know if somebody wrote this in the comments yet, but you know, these messages coming in or these phone calls coming in saying that this is an automated ride and we need to verify your information, or you've been a 5-star driver or whatever it is, and you're going to get a bonus, you need to verify certain information. It is a phishing scam, an information phishing scam. Do not fall for it. In fact, if you really want to make it worth your while, continue going. Don't cancel the ride yet. Go to the pickup point of the ride, get your $5, and then cancel the no-show. Do that. And then make the report right away to Uber or Lyft that somebody is trying to fish for your information, and if they, whatever they do from that point, but at least it's on record. So if they try pulling anything, and take screenshots of that for sure. But yeah, I hope nobody falls for that. I've seen somebody just fall for that on a Facebook page recently, and that's not a good thing. And they lost quite a bit of money. I don't know if they were able to get it back, but they learned the hard way. And yeah, pay attention, be smart, be safe when you're doing things. If it's on a one-party consent, then no, but if it's two-party, you need a sign. Yeah, just like I said, double check though, because there are Fun with Drones does have the right thing, but like I said, depending on how the laws are written, you might not be able to record audio, or even with signs, or however it works. So the best thing to do to make sure you're compliant, speak with a lawyer. They're going to know and can find the case law to be able to interpret it right for your area, so you are able to do that. Signs are cheap on Amazon. Yeah. And if you get the B2W dash cam, it does come with a sign. It's a clear sign that you can, sticker that you can put on your window if you want. I've also been debating if I want to put them on my windows too, because if people have a problem with it and they're like, oh, turn it off or I'm going to cancel, then cancel the freaking ride, because I'm not going to take you without that camera running. So I've been debating if I want to put it on the outside of the car too, put the stickers. I'm not sure yet, because like I said, it's a one-party state. That's another thing too. Location might matter. You might have to put it on the door. You might be able to get it with the where the seat is. So again, those are things that you want to talk with a lawyer about. Million Mile Mama, thank you, the $5, that's awesome. No problem. I like sharing information, and the other thing is I love doing live streams like this because we all get to share information too. So it works for other people and all that stuff, or brings up points that maybe is a good point that we can talk about. So thank you though. Jim Skull likes stickers, weed and turtles. You're missing the game. What game's on? Hockey? Wait, Thursday. Oh, today's football. Or hockey. I don't know. Or basketball. There's a few sports on. Mine say entry to the vehicle constitutes consent. Safe, not sorry. Yep. Yeah. I mean, mine at the bottom also says consent given upon consent given by entering vehicle. So that happens. Yeah. Things like that. You want to make sure that you have maybe even the right sticker, depending on how the law is in your area. But like I said, a lawyer will know that information, be able to give you the correct interpretation. So if you have to be in a certain compliance, whether it's location of the sticker, whether the sticker has to have a certain thing on it, all that could be different in many different states. Again, that's when it becomes a two-party state. Drop it at a police station, let them track it there. That's another thing. Yeah, you could take a cell phone to a police station and they can do that. as well. 100%. Good point there. Thanks. You see me here. You see me here as Let's Talk Rideshare 101. Okay, cool. Changing that. You're on the outside right by the door handles. Never had a refused ride yet. Nice. Yeah, I'm debating that. I might. I think I'm going to do that just because, like I said, I want people to know they're getting in the car, and if they're trying anything stupid, they're on camera. It's amazing what people do. Anyone watching the Purge series, the movies? One of the Purge, I think it was the last Purge that, I don't know if it just came out, was shot here in Buffalo, which was pretty cool. Where they filmed it, I knew a couple people that were working at the building that they were filming it at, which was pretty cool. So that was pretty cool. Yeah. Purge is a pretty crazy movie though. You just got the Yakola Y9 panoramic 360 HD, but you don't see night vision. Does it have night vision? Imported from China. Yeah, I think a lot of the dash cams coming from China, just because most electronics do. But yeah, I mean, if it has night vision, it's going to have the LEDs on it. I don't know. I'll have to take a look at that. That sounds interesting. I like the 360 aspect of things, just because, like I said, you know, you want to see what's happening outside the vehicle too, even on the sides. If some dumbass wants to start kicking your car because you're not letting them come in because of whatever it is. Gloverson, Fulton County. I don't know where that is. Fulton. Where's Fulton County? That's New York, right? I don't even know. I'm trying to think. Oh, okay. On USA. I got you. Okay. The show. I thought you meant the movies. Sorry. Oh, upset. Okay. Yeah. I know where. Fulton. I'm sorry. I didn't realize. I think there's another Fulton that I was thinking of too. But yeah, so you're not too far. We're in Erie County, Buffalo. How is the driving there actually? Over where you're at in Fulton, because there's a Fulton by me. Yeah, yeah. I think it's out that way, more towards the Syracuse area. Which Lisa is in the Syracuse area as well. So we got a few New Yorkers, and it's awesome, which is great because New York is awesome, minus all of the bullshit that they do in the state, like taxes and all of that other stuff. I'm not getting political. I just don't like all the bullshit taxes and all that crap. No, thank you. By the beacon, yes, he's right near where I am. He's actually, I know exactly where he is. He's like 20 minutes from where I live. I've actually seen him out driving a couple of times before. Maybe about, I think it was like December of last year I seen him, maybe January or something. I seen him. We were right in the same area passing each other, and I knew his car because he's got all the lights on it. So I knew it was him right there. But yeah, he's right there. He's not far from me. You ride in San Francisco, Georgia. Yeah, now the snow and cold. It snowed out here. I was so pissed. Oh, I hate snow. There was a funny story real quick. Completely off topic, but still, on Facebook, my girlfriend posted that it was snowing. I'm like, lies, get the hell out of here. And I was in such denial about it. And yeah, I'm not happy. There's a little bit of snow on the ground right now, covering the grass, and I'm not happy about it. I hate snow. I hate the cold. Anybody who likes the snow and that, sorry if that pisses you off, but I like a nice, hot, warm, sandy, ocean beachfront property or something where it's gorgeous all year round, like the Caribbean or something like that, where it's going to be absolutely gorgeous. You can't miss the beacon. You can't. He's right there. He's always there. Have I experienced something similar to Laxet? No. No, I haven't. Buffalo Niagara International. Okay, I have two airports in my area. Buffalo Niagara International, which is a small 26 gate airport. It's a destination airport. It's not a large airport in any way, shape, or form. The international part is because they'll do they'll do flights, I think maybe once in a while to Mexico, but mostly to Toronto, which is like a hop, skip, and a jumping away. But yeah, it's a small airport. So that's the big airport in our area, though, but it's small. The Niagara Falls airport is like 6 gates. So, and there's like 8 flights a day that go in and out of that. So, no, there's zero, there's not even a pickup zone when it comes to the Niagara Falls airport. There is a pickup zone at the Buffalo airport, and they have a specific spot for it, but nothing like Laxet. That's just a cluster fuck right there for sure. From what I've been seeing, especially from Professor and what he's showing, absolutely crazy, all that stuff that's going on. But yeah, no, I'll never have to worry about that stuff at my airport. The airport's too small for it to happen, so I'm not worried about that. But yeah, it's a mess. They just didn't think things through. The airport's becoming an issue though, but they're doing construction in that area, so like it's moving a little bit, but it's nothing like going to a real problem. It gets in the 40s at night, 65. Oh, I wouldn't mind that. I love that. That's a little better. Have I Ubered to Canada? No, you can't actually cross borders with Uber or Lyft. Or you're not supposed to. There is a way around that, but when you're booking a ride, if you're trying, it won't allow you to book it from the US into Canada. You have to stop at the bridges. So what a lot of people do, when you're going in Buffalo to Fort Erie, there's not too much except for the track that's right there. So there's not much going on in terms of that, but a lot of people go up to Niagara Falls and take the bridge there, and Canadian side of the falls is awesome. They have Clifton Hill and all that. And you can drink at 19 instead of 21. So a lot of people will go up there, walk over the bridge, and then either walk to Clifton Hill right there, or if they're going somewhere else, then they'll pick up an Uber from that point and continue on. But no, you can't actually drive over the border. It's really not allowed with Uber and Lyft. Just in case you were ever near the border driving, so you know, you can't go across borders for that. There is, like I say, a flaw in the system that can allow it, but yeah, you're not supposed to. You want to fly your drone at the falls. Just check the falls laws about drones. I don't think there's a problem with it with the FAA, but you just want to double check to make sure. But yeah, you could get some really cool footage there. I've seen a few drone shots from the falls, and it's gorgeous. That's why they go to Syracuse International and Uber them to Buffalo. When you are coming to Buffalo, let me know. Yeah, sometimes they'll go from Syracuse or Rochester, which has an airport as well too, and they can drive there. Or even going from Toronto, if you're flying internationally. Buffalo is not the place you want to fly out of when it comes to that. I know that's a very local to all the other people who are watching this that is not local. SFO is intimidating at first. Yeah, I think that's anything. When I was driving in Charlotte's airport is massive. I was there when I first started driving Uber, and going to the airport and all that fun stuff. Yeah, it can be overwhelming at first because you might not know what to do. You might not know where to go. But once you do it a couple of times, it's really easy and you really get the hang of it. It's not too hard. So anybody who hasn't gone to the airport yet, But here's the thing, don't sit in the lots. Especially in mine, even if there's like 25 people, which is maybe like right now, there's probably 35 people in the waiting lot, or in the waiting area, because it's not just a lot, it picks up around. There could be about that many people. You could be sitting there for like an hour. There is no reason to sit there, but certain times of the day when there's a lot of flights coming in and not a lot of drivers, they'll pull you from other parts of the area and take you right to the airport. And what's really great about that is there's usually surge happening at that point too, at the airport, which is fantastic. So those are always fun times when it comes to it. But yeah, if you haven't driven to the airport yet, just go do it. It's overwhelming at first, but you'll really, Clanton, New York, I've never even heard of it. I don't even know where that is. Probably north, good fishing in the St. Lawrence River. Yeah, there's good fishing all over. You could go, even Lake Erie, Lake Ontario, a lot of good stuff. What about driving from California to Texas? Nicole, you could do that. There are maximums that you will receive when it comes to driving, depending on your area. So look up your rate cards, see what the maximum is, and it changes depending on the type of ride it is. So if it's black or SUV or select or luxe or XL or X, they're all different on what the max payout is. So yeah, make sure you don't hit that max payout, because if you're driving from California to Texas, that's a lot of bank right there, because that's a lot of miles. But yeah, there's some max payouts there. I don't know if they're gonna have some issues doing that stuff. I've never had to take a ride that far. In fact, when I've tried putting in on the passenger side, it'll only allow me to book around 4 hours away from my area or so. So like I said, I'm in Buffalo. It was letting me go a little past Pittsburgh, which is about 3 hours to Pittsburgh from where I'm at. So it was going a little beyond that, which would be close to 4, which would be about the max payout right there. But like I said, just make sure you don't hit that threshold and then start taking the ride for free, because nobody wants that. Air maps should let you know if you can fly. Yeah, okay, cool. I don't have a drone, so I'm not quite sure. But yeah, that's pretty cool. I'm glad that they have things like that. XNA in your area hasn't experienced it yet, but maybe there's 12 terminals. Damn. It's not terminals. You mean gates? I've never heard of a 12 terminal airport, but hey, maybe. It's about 30 to 40 cars daily. Yeah. Use FlightAware. It tells you in the flights. Yeah, I just go right to Buffalo Niagara's website, and they let me know exactly what's happening with the flights. So it's just borders. Yeah. Wait, what? Borders? You mean international? Yeah, you can't go international. But if you are driving state to state, you can go interstate, yes. Because like I said, I'm about an hour away from Erie, Pennsylvania. And if somebody wanted to drive to Erie for whatever reason, maybe to go to the indoor water park there, yeah, you could definitely take it there. You could take a ride anywhere. You might not just be able to take a ride back. What I'm saying is, there's a maximum amount that you can make, or that even a passenger can get charged. So once that threshold is met, either the ride is going to stop, or you're not going to get paid any further. Yeah, you could take the ride, but if you cross state lines, so if you're in California and you go to Arizona in New Mexico, you might not be able to drive in those areas or pick up rides. So at that point, the ride would end and you'd have to go back. Yeah, it's weird when it comes to it. But yeah, check your rate card and see for both Uber and Lyft, because each area is going to be different. And like I said, each type of ride is different on the maximum thresholds that you get. So as a driver, you have a maximum payout that you can receive from a passenger for one particular ride. You can rebook, yes, as long as you can take rides in that state if you cross state lines. Now, like I said, I'm at one part of the state. So if I wanted to, if let's say I was in Texas, because Texas is huge, and if I'm at one part of the state driving to the other part, you know, you're in Texas for a very, very long time. So you probably could meet that threshold just driving through Texas. So yeah, like I said, if you can only drive in Texas, hold on, I got to put the charger on the phone. If you can only drive in Texas at the time, and the ride goes from, like I said, one side of the state to the other, you could be rebooked and have them rebook you from a passenger to a driver standpoint. But yeah, you just kind of gotta want to make sure you figure that out, just so you know. Before You Fly is an app that tells you where you can fly a drone. Red circles around an area means no fly. Okay, cool. If I ever get a drone, I'll have to ask you again, because I might forget about that, but that's pretty cool. What would be my dream car to drive for Uber and Lyft? My dream car hasn't been invented yet, or it might have been invented, it just hasn't been released yet. And my dream car would be the Tesla pickup truck. 100% would be that. If it's as cool as it sounds, I would love to have the Tesla pickup truck, because it's going to be bigger. It's going to, it's a pickup truck. It's got, hopefully it'll have 4 doors, and it's all electric vehicle. I would get the all-wheel drive one, so it's got the electric drivetrains on both the front and rear. Yeah, that's what I would love to get. If that pickup truck wasn't as good as it would be, I would probably go with like what model? A Tesla X, which has the 3rd row. I can't remember. One of the Teslas with the 3rd row, I'd probably do that. It's a little bit bigger, but then you can drive XL as well too. So yeah, I like the Tesla. I think it's great, and especially the fact that you're not spending money on gas. The maintenance, there's literally no maintenance. The only thing you really have to worry about is like tire repair and upgrading your tires, because even brakes, you have the regenerative braking in a Tesla. So I would have to say that Tesla would probably be the best car to do rideshare in, from my opinion. Whether that's really the best car or not, I don't know. I mean, I know it's hard to get things fixed, and try to do it yourself is not easy. There's very few people around the country that know how to fix Teslas, besides a licensed Tesla shop or worker. But yeah, when it comes down to it, there's not a lot of maintenance you need to do on it. Being all electric, you don't need to put gas in. So if you're driving, a lot, you're going to be okay driving probably a shift a day. You plug it in at night, and you're good to go. Get a couple of solar panels, get some batteries, charge it up that way. Once the battery is semi-depleted, get it to the house, tie it into the grid, whatever it might be, so you offset. That's probably the best way you need to do it, or that's probably the best way, I should say. But yeah, like I said, that's my opinion. What's your idea? Or what's your thoughts? Clanton, New York is in Jefferson County. Okay. Yeah, that's a little bit further away from me. Something that you wouldn't care about if people throw up inside. Ooh, I don't like that. Ugh. Puke is not fun. Not at all. And especially with what they do now, with the whole cleanup bullshit that they have. Probably costs you more money to drive that. No, it's actually cheaper. The cost to drive a Tesla is pennies on the dollar compared to a regular gas-powered vehicle or even a hybrid. Yeah. The longevity, though, I mean, it's still out because the average person doesn't drive them into the ground yet. So longevity is, I don't know, but I would do the next generation that they have out now. So the model, I think it's the Model 3 that they have out, has the next gen stuff in it. And I'm sure that the pickup truck, when they announce it, it's supposed to be later this month, whether that happens or not. And then even when it comes out, that could be a different story on what tech goes into it. But they're supposed to be rated 300 to 500,000 miles. They're working on a 1,000,000-mile battery. Like I said, whether that's true or not, you don't really see those vehicles getting up to that range. But I like the pickup truck idea because they said that it's supposed to be under 50 grand for it, at least starting costs. So that's right in line with a regular truck. But I'm gonna drive this thing into the ground, so I'm not getting anything new. Absolutely. Probably cost you more. Oh no, I said that. Your dream car would be a Lamborghini. Nice. Yeah, but not for Uber or Lyft. Mine would probably be a Lamborghini right there too, if I really had just unlimited funds and could drive something. The Lamborghini would be awesome, 100%. Ooh, a Lexus, those are nice. The battery in them is if you need to replace. Yeah, like I said, 5,000. But again, you know, they're rated 300,000 to 500,000, and I'm not sure what the warranty is on it either. I have to look into that a little bit more. But yeah, like I said, I mean, it's that's the thing. Yeah, I know some of them are losing their flash memory right now, like the older models. So how that's going to be replaced, yeah, that's something that's going to have to be figured out. I mean, these cars are being pumped out brand new, and the company hasn't been around that long. So yeah, they're going to have some hiccups, but as long as it's able to get fixed and fixed quick and hopefully cheap or free, especially when it comes to something like that, then, you know, hey, if you're out a few days or whatever, again, you're probably saving a decent amount of money when it comes to, you know, not having to change your oil, not having to change your brakes, not having to do your normal maintenance. You know, you don't have a radiator that you might have to flush out, transmission that you have to maintain. There's a lot of moving parts in an internal gas combustion engine versus an electric drivetrain. So cost right there is a lot different. You only had one throw up, cashed out with two. Yeah, that's great. They changed it more recently. So yeah, I haven't had an incident in probably about 1.5 years. And it was two times that I had it, literally a week apart from each other. And it wasn't fun. One was on Uber, one was on Lyft. Yeah, and like I said, this was a 1.5 years ago, but yeah, they've changed it. It's not fun. It's rough. A Tesla to fail here in Arkansas because the weather and the hills demand a lot. Not a lot of places to recharge it. Yeah, but if you have it at home, they have the home charger that you can do. You can, all it is, the home charger is essentially running a 220 line with the right. I know it's running a 220 line and then having the connector from the car to the 220 line. That's all it is. So it's really not that bad. Plus, you're not driving at night when you're sleeping. That's when you're charging it up. So yeah, you don't have to worry about it too much. Now the hill, I mean, like I said, if you have the all-wheel drive, the dual drive Tesla, where it's the front and rear, you're probably going to be pretty okay with going up hills and all that fun stuff, because it's technically considered all-wheel drive at that point. So yeah, I'm not sure. Like I said, I haven't really driven one, so I don't know what the load would be when you have to go uphill on certain things. notice that the grills on the new cars are getting bigger. Are you talking about cars overall or new Teslas? Yeah, I'm not sure what you mean there. I mean, some of the front ends on cars, yeah, they look stupid, but they need a little bit more airflow in them because they're making the engine smaller and they're running turbos too. So you want to keep them like those big ugly Lexus brakes. Oh man, holy crap! What the hell? 103 minutes? Jesus! Oh my goodness! I like hanging out with you guys though. It's fun. I know we completely went off topic on a lot of things, but that's all right. It's fun hanging out. But I'm gonna end it. It's 9:30 already. I gotta go. Yeah, cars all over. Yeah. Yeah. It just depends. I mean, on the some of the things, and then they're trying to keep, like, Ford will have all of the same front ends, and you know, Chevy will have all of the same front ends, and it's like, no, just make it nice to the car. Jeep is even doing that too. I'm sure there's a few others, but yeah, Tesla, you don't have that. You don't need it. The only airflow, yeah. Oh, I'm gonna get there in a second. Don't worry. All right, yeah, but I'm gonna end this 9:30. I gotta get out on the road, make some bank. Hope you guys enjoy it. Had a little bit of fun. I love hanging out with everybody. So we will see you another time. But that's the end of the stream for tonight. Guys, be smart, be safe, get a dash camera if you don't have it. Rideshare's Trickster channel, he said that he is giving away dash cams. Go check his channel out if you need a dash cam and want it. Don't forget the gas app. I actually have to figure that out a little bit more. Yes, Amazon links in the description below for the B2W or the Van True N2 Pro if you want to compare yourself. Watch the videos that I've done on the comparison. I do recommend both those. Very good cameras. The B2W's got a 10% off through November 16th. But you can also watch for other deals that are going on as well too. As long as it's dual dash cam with IR, you're going to be pretty much good. So, hey, good luck working on the Beamer. Enjoy that. But yeah, other than that, hope you guys enjoyed, had a good time. Ooh, a nice one. Wi-Fi dual for 130. Is it the BT or B2W? Because that's probably it. All right, guys. But other than that, have a great night. And as always, never drink and drive. Always tip your drivers. And we'll see you next time.